Good morning. Oh, actually, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're going to start the vlog off in the house because I have a turn today. So I'm going to head to do a turn. I want to say hi. How you doing? I love you. Miss you. Hope all is well. I just put out a pretty long vlog. And... okay, wait a minute. What's this turn? Vegas, 4:43. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. I'll be D. Okay, I keep swapping out of trips. Anyway, hello, hi. How you doing? Welcome back to another vlog. We're just gonna hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. Do you hear me? Let me see. I need like some lighting in this house. Oh, that's worse. But this one, I need to get these lights fixed. Anyway, hi, hello. I hope you're well. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on. Actually, I'm not gonna say that part right now, but okay. Anyway. Hey, let's talk about the book that I am reading. The Painted Devils by Margaret Owens. This is the second book in the Little Thieves trilogy. And I was not sure how I was feeling about this. It is taking me a little bit longer to get into, right? And I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized that not all of the side characters are going to be in this book because they're not needed, right? Ragna's not needed. Ragna was the daughter of the goddess who cursed Vanya in the first one. So her time is done. She's not needed, right? You have the real Giselle, who was the princess that Vanya took the pearls from. She's not needed. Her time is done too, right? So it took me a little bit longer to get into just Emmerich and Vanya, right? But now I am enjoying the new side characters who are in this particular book. Now, this book is getting me. Like, I have laughed, I have giggled, I have cried. It is just so cute. And I want to read y'all a couple things, like just so you can get an idea of what I enjoy about Vanya and how stuff is written and how I enjoy like the romantic side of her and Emmerich, and they're like 17, 18, and how they're both just trying to they're taking their time. They just enjoy each other's company and they just have like this pure enjoyment and love for each other. But first, I want to tell you how Vanya's mind works, which is so interesting to me. Okay, so this is something that I highlighted. Listen to this. For most of my life, I've held to a theory I call the Trinity of Want. It states that people are desired for three reasons: power, pleasure, or profit. If you provide three of those, others serve you. Provide two, they see you. One, they use you. This came from my life as a servant, where people didn't want me. They wanted sturdy hands, a sturdy back, and a closed mouth. And then she goes in to talk about how she was a servant for Giselle's family. She said, they just made me do the things they didn't want to do. And I thought that was so interesting because that's how her mind is. She's like, what's going on? I don't trust you. What do you want from me? I can't give you much. I'm like, what do you want, right? She always is talking down of herself because that's all she has known, right? I'm going to give you a little bit of banter, or like, not even banter. This is like Emmerich talking to her and how much he just adores her. Like, so this is what he says. The first part, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the first part she says is, the first week we met, you recited the specific prefect chapter and verse that says, you're better than me, right? I fire back. So then blah, blah, blah. He says, fair point. And I almost immediately learned how wrong I was. But for as long as we have been together, I have never thought you're not good enough for me. And I think you know that. His voice turns tentative. Careful. I think the real issue might be you don't believe you're good enough. So then there's another paragraph later on, further down, he says, I don't know how to help that, he whispers. But high gods and low, I am going to try. Starting here. And then she says, there's an odd crinkle, then paper is pressed into my hands. I open my eyes. It's a folded page, a muted stain along one edge that's left off a whiff of coffee when I peel it open. Let me turn this off real quick, y'all. And she said, familiar words scroll before me, familiar, even though I read them only once months ago. And this is what he wrote her on that paper. I know bravery is real because I see you choose it every day. And they're so cute. You guys, I love it. And then they had an argument and he had bought her some ribbons for her hair. And she says, but you were mad at me this morning, I say, confused. He shifts in place, the flush spreading to his cheeks. I can be upset and still think you deserve nice things. Oh, come on. That's so cute. That's so innocent. Oh my goodness. I am enjoying this. I think it's so funny. And I also am enjoying the new side characters. So they are on this quest because Vanya has pretty much started a cult. She didn't mean to, she didn't plan to, but it happened, okay? Emmerich has gotten involved because she's scamming again, right? And technically he's the police. So they have to get to the bottom of, did she do this purposefully to start this cult and get money from people? Because what happened is she actually summoned a god. Like this god came forth and they were like, oh my God, we didn't even know she was real, right? So now this god has her eyes set on Emmerich. Emmerich is going to be her sacrifice because he is a virgin and he's unclaimed. That's going to be her that's what she wants to be her sacrifice for her feast that's coming up. And they need to figure out another way of not having her kill Emmerich. So the next thing is to get blood from 7 brothers. And so they're on this quest to find blood from 7 brothers. And so now I am getting into the characters as far as like the side characters. And one of them, her name is Ambrosia. And she is a god who is in the form of a doll. And so she's being carried around with them, right? So she's like the new Ragna for this book. But it's so funny because Emmerich and Vanya started getting a little hot and heavy and they're kissing and they're, touching. And then they're like, okay, maybe we should stop, And there's a part where Ambrosia's like, hey, I'm still here. And she was like facing them. She's like, if you're going to do that, which is fine. Cause like I was young once. Can you turn me around, right? So they're like, oh my goodness, sorry. So the next morning comes, they don't do anything. Like it gets started, but it stops, right? It's just like they're still learning each other's bodies in that most innocent, youthful like way at that age of like young love. So, Vanya wakes up and Ambrosia, the doll, is no longer on the sill of the window where she was looking out. She's like looking through Emmerich's books about this god, right? So she says, this is Vanya speaking. She says, what time is it? Okay, I'm gonna get head out in a minute. I pull a pillow over his face and scuttle out of bed, grumbling. Only then do I realize Lady Ambrosia isn't on the sill anymore. She's seated on the floor near our discarded clothing, flipping awkwardly through Emmerich's notebooks with her stiff porcelain hands. It seems her mobility's increased since yesterday. Oh, good morning, your ladyship. This is the doll talking now. She said, Ambrosia will do, she says distractedly. One tends to surrender the need for formality after observing one's companions in the throes of passion. She's like, I haven't seen enough of y'all. Just go ahead and call me by my first name. She's so freaking funny. And then there was another part that I'll have to find later where Vanya's having like this inner monologue with herself, and she's saying that like she is in love with Emmerich and how this is what being in love feels like, because she can't climb out of this feeling. And it's not like these butterflies, but it's just this soft feeling of home. And I think it's just so cute, because they always say, a lot of doctors, therapists, everything say that feeling of like butterflies is actually like your nervous system feeling like unregulated, like feeling off. That's not the best feeling you really want when you're looking for a partner. It's like that calm feeling. It's that feeling of feeling safe, not like just that excitement, right? And so it's interesting because she just talks about like just how like she looks at the stars, she sees him in the stars, and like she's just having this beautiful monologue within herself. And he's like, hey, so what are you doing tomorrow? And she's like, he doesn't even know I've had this like epiphany, like sitting next to him, you know? So it's really cute. She's learned a lot about herself because she was pretty much given up as a child. So she doesn't know her family. So she doesn't know what feeling wanted is like. She was abused when she was in the courts with Giselle's family and friends and stuff like that. So she has like these whelps on her back because she was beaten over a misunderstanding. So she just does not feel pretty. She does not feel like anyone would want her. So Emmerich is like, I want you. I adore you. I love you. He was like, we're not pretty people. He was like, people don't look at me like that. He was like, but you do. And that's all that matters. The way I look at you. Like, it's just so cute. So I am enjoying it now. I still am a little blah. Is this the other part? I have another photo page in here. No. I have to find those parts. But I'm enjoying, this is more their relationship and their growth more than the storyline. So we'll see. You know how that middle book kind of does that sometimes. So it's really more based off of them and them getting to know each other, them falling more in love, that her having the confidence in herself, right? Emmerich becoming a full prefect, right? So the Red Maiden, the story, the journey, it's whatever. I'm just enjoying the characters. So I have been running my mouth for probably 12 minutes. So let me go. I am just, like I said, I really do feel like this is going to, I don't know if this book is going to be 5 stars, but I do feel like this is a 5-star series. So I am very happy. I'm going to get in the car. I need to go get coffee. I do have a turn today and tomorrow. And I think I'm about as put together as I can be. I need to do like find my lint roller around here somewhere. But I will talk to y'all later. All right, y'all. I am almost at work. I had to stop and get coffee, of course. But I think I'm learning how to make my coffee situation like work for me, because I am not finishing. You know, I used to get the large. You know, I stayed with the large, the mediums, but I'm gonna start trying a small because it still has 2 espresso shots in it, right? The medium has 2 espresso shots, the small has 2 espresso shots, but I'm not finishing them like I used to. And I mean, I guess I'm grateful for it. I guess my body's kind of just like, okay, whatever, you know, and that's fine. And like I always say, I'm getting back on the GLP. I just need to get some money from one of my accounts to cover it, because they actually want me to pay for, my doctor has me doing a 6 month. So they're like, no, the pharmacy that I'm using is like, we're giving you the 6 months now. So I have to like come up with the money. And I don't know why I have to pay for it, because I just feel like it's been helping with my blood pressure. It's more than just the weight loss, but I don't know. Anyway, I went on a rampage just to say that I think I'm going to start doing a smaller size, because I feel like that might work a little bit more. I'm doing an Orange County turn today, which means I'm going to have all the kids going to Disney. That's all I really wanted to say. I had nothing else to say. What else? Did I bring my Kindle? Okay. Woo. I wasn't even worried about my badge for work. I'm like, where's my Kindle? But I did. I brought my Kindle. But I'm also realizing, y'all, that I cannot read as much on my turns. Like, it has, even my long turns, I don't find myself being able to read as much anymore. So I think it's just a way of like how service is set up, where like you're always doing something and then you take a break for yourself and you're like trying to just breathe and drink water and eat. And I don't even think about pulling out my Kindle as much anymore on flights. So I don't know. But I am here. I'm getting ready to park. I still have like 20-ish minutes before I need to check in. So I am going to just get situated. Probably listen to another chapter, if I can, of Painted Devil. And go from there. But that's it. It's probably dark in here. So let me shut this off now. Yeah, I want to park. Oh, it's nice in here. Not too many cars. All right. Woo! Hey, y'all, it is woo! It is hot today. It's like 80 something. I don't know. But I just finished my Rover walk, and then I have one later today at like 2:30. So I'm gonna go get coffee, and I'm gonna go home and clean up, vacuum, do some things. I wanted to do a read and update. I don't know the last time I picked up the camera. It has just been, I don't know. I just been in like my weird little funk. But I got my schedule for next month and I am nervous. Actually, no, I'm not even nervous. I am highly upset and I am scared. So it's going to be very interesting how my mental health and my sleep go with this. Because what? Anyway, I finished Painted Devils. Second book in the Little Thieves series by Margaret Owen. I gave it 4 stars. It was amazing. The only reason it did not get purple's her favorite color. The only reason it did not get a full 5 stars from me is the fact that I did not necessarily care for the quest that they were doing, even though the plot twist of it came around later. I'm like, okay, but I didn't really need that. I don't know. I wasn't invested in the quest. I was more invested with the characters, right? And so this one definitely did focus more on Vanya and Imric and their relationship, and Vanya realizing that she's worthy of love, that she can have love, that it's okay to want that, and all that kind of stuff. So that is what I gave it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. This series has made me cry so far. It has made me swoon. I love the romance between Vanya and Imric. They are so young, and they have not this innocence about them, but their admiration for each other is so pure, and I just love it. And I was not expecting the plot twist that I got, but 4 stars. 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. So I am so excited to read the next one, which I've already downloaded, and I will have to find that book so that I can have a copy of it, because yeah, Vanya is just doing the best with what she knows. And poor Vanya, you know, like, she was given up as a child. She thought she was unwanted. She was beaten when she was a servant in the castle. She doesn't know anything else. She doesn't know how people can actually love her. So when people try to show her, she's just doesn't know what to do. So that's what I love about it. You see like the setbacks with Vanya, you see the growth with Vanya, everything. So I'm enjoying it. So this book actually takes place 2 years after she started this cult, accidentally, unintentionally started this cult in the second book. So I am really excited. I also have The Quarter Queen by Kayla Hardy. Let me order my drink. Okay, y'all, I am back. My baby had me busted up because I always am complaining about like my work schedule and stuff, and he's like, you got this. Like, but he's so funny. They're also funny. I need to text my girl because she's still out on leave, and I need to see how she's feeling. Oh my goodness, I can't even see. But I'm gonna go home. I've got food at the house. I'm gonna sweep up, clean up, wipe stuff down, get some air flowing. But I also have, this was it wasn't a recommendation, but Asha on the book critic on TikTok, she read this and she enjoyed this. I think it was her top book of the month, maybe. But it's called The Quarter Queen, and it's by Kayla Hardy, and it's a fantasy historical fiction read on Marie Laveau and her daughter. And it's fiction, but it's based off of Marie Laveau's life, right? And so it's got like, it's got like voodoo, and it deals with racism, and it deals with womanhood, and it's in New Orleans. So I am excited because I love reading about Marie Laveau, honey. She is the queen, as they like to say, of voodoo, or the queen of New Orleans, honey. She is a ancestor that is highly praised, highly loved, highly respected, and she's a Virgo. Her birthday's like September something. I do want to go back to New Orleans to go to her, like her grave and stuff, and where people pay respects to her and stuff like that. I have a few books on her, and I've read them a couple times, and I just love going back into them because it's just fascinating information, and it's just a beautiful history. Absolutely beautiful. So that is the other book that I am listening to. I have been going down my kinky pleasures, my kinky guilty pleasures on KU. All of my little favorite unhinged type of books. But I have been in an audiobook vibe. What else do I have? I think I had mentioned I have Kiki Palmer. I have Boomtown. It's okay. It's starting off a little slow, but I think it's really just trying to get to know the characters. What are they gonna make right there? Getting to know the characters. Like I said, I also have The Sword Defiant. I mentioned that before too, which is sorry y'all. I made like a wide turn, and like there's people walking, and they were like, sorry. But yeah, I don't know, I just like the cover, and it gave like medieval fantasy war. I don't even know if it's good, but we'll see if I get into that. I got the third and final book in Little Thieves, which is The Holy Terrors, which I already told you about. I need to find a physical copy of this. I need to have this in my collection. I have Hans because I have the audiobook. I still am going through Where the Wildflowers Grow. This is I don't really care for this book as a Tira Shelton Harris admirer. I don't necessarily like it, unfortunately. So, But I do want to finish it. But it's taken me some time. I keep giving it back to the library to come back to it, but I just have not liked it. I'm like 40% in, but I do want to finish it. So it's just me being me. And yeah, so that's about it right now. That's about it. So I'm gonna go home. I'm telling you, man, the weather brings out people I didn't even know lived here. He looked like a fit Santa Claus. But I'm telling you, like, I feel like I've been living here long, and I'm like, I'm seeing more black people. I'm like, hey, y'all, where y'all been? They like, girl, we go to work, we come home when it rains. Like, we don't want to be outside, we want to be bothered. Okay, now they outside, honey, getting the sun. So, alrighty, there is that. I am gonna go in. Like I said, I'm gonna do some cleanup. I think I got some clothes in the dryer. Princess is probably gonna want to run around outside for a little bit, so I'll let her out. I'm gonna vacuum, do some things. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning. Good morning. It is my day at therapy time, and yesterday was really rough. Excuse me. Yesterday was really rough. I'm just like barely here. So, I am heading to my appointment, and I think I should have enough time to grab coffee. I need to like do some maintenance, but what's going on? I am sleepy. I feel like sleepy. I'm just trying to get oxygen into like my brain. That's why I'm yawning so much. But I couldn't help it. I had to get back into the Little Thieves world, and so I am listening to Holy Terrors, which is the last book in this trilogy for Little Thieves, and I'm only 14% in, and I am just laughing, and like I just think it's so funny. Vanya is hilarious, and like, so in this one we have Vanya's pretty much being framed for murder, and Prefect Emmerich Conrad, her former lover, her first love, everything, is the one who is investigating her. So with that, we're also finding out what has happened in like these last like 16-ish months, pretty much. And we are finding out what has been happening in the last like 16 months and like what's going on. And so Vanya left because she knew that she would be a burden to Emmerich with the job and the position that he wanted. So Prefect, they are pretty much like detectives, authority, but they have the power from the gods, from the low gods. So those are the gods who are a little bit closer to, I guess you could say, humanity, right? They interact more with humans, and they pretty much stay kind of local. So they have like their power as well, or their assistance when they need power. So that's what a prefect is. So a prefect has the ability to have the magical abilities of a lower god while they are investigating crimes. So he is now a prefect. Like, he is not a junior. He is done. He has been ordained, everything. And he's not following, but he is arrested. Excuse me. He's arresting Vanya because the beginning of this entire series, Vanya was stealing from the rich and leaving a red penny as her calling card. So now someone is unaliving high officials and leaving a red penny, and she's like, I'm not doing that. Like, I will rob, cheat, and steal, but I'm not unaliving anybody. Like, I'm not doing that. So that's where we are, and we're finding out things, what's changed in the last 16 months. And I think it's about as realistic for this storyline as it can be. Like, he's moved on, she has kind of moved on, but of course seeing him, she's like, oh my god, and of course him seeing her, he is like pissed with her, and all those feelings, his pride, and his job and everything. And at this time he has he's engaged to someone. So it's just really interesting, but it's so funny. Vanya is hilarious. Like, Vanya is like making jokes about him to his fiance, like about him, and the fiance is like busting up laughing because she thinks it's she has no like beef with Vanya. She right now she's got no beef with her. Like, she is absolutely busting up. She thinks it's so funny. So you have that, and I really hope that this ends on a really good note. No matter how the characters go, they're either their own way or whatever. But yeah, so that's what I'm listening to. And like I said, I need to find a physical copy of this. I'm probably gonna look on Pango, but I need a physical copy of this to add to my collection because I am enjoying this book. Like, I'm just enjoying this. It's so funny. Like, I'm enjoying this world. So I really hope that I'm not in a reading slump after, because out of all the other books I picked up, I just went right to the third one. Like, each time I've gone to the next book. And since this is the last one, I've been trying to listen and read other things, and I'm just like, I don't know. So hopefully. But I am here, about to go get coffee, and finally out of traffic. And it's been raining. I just threw on some clothes. I honestly just, the fact that I even made it today is a win. So we'll see. Alrighty. I'm gonna listen to a little bit more, and I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Alright, y'all. So, hello. It's after my appointment. I feel really good. I'm glad that I was gonna go anyway, but it just felt really nice. So I like having someone in my corner and stuff like that, who is not going to bring up religion, because my mother is very religious, so it's not what I want to hear all the time. And so it just was very, very helpful. And even though it's a slow process, she says she still feels that there has been growth in me, and there has been positive changes. It's just setbacks sometimes, and that's life. So I'm very happy about that. I actually, before I head home, because I do have 2 rovers today, I am going to head to the Barnes & Noble's outlet that we have here in Portland. It used to be a regular Barnes & Noble store, but however, this mall that it's in pretty much fell down after COVID. So Barnes & Noble's made it a outlet store because, yeah, it was cheaper to keep it open than to close it. So, and I love it because they have pretty new books, like pretty decent. But I'm actually gonna go to see if I can find Holy Terrors and see if that book happens to be in store, and just see what they have. I'm not gonna buy too much. I don't really need anything, so we'll see. But everything is like 50%, 75%. Like, it always starts at like 50% off, and then from there on. So we're gonna go there. It's at the Lloyd Center. So we're gonna see. I think I might need that exit. Y'all, I guess it is official. The Barnes and Nobles at the Lloyd is like completely closed. Those are my lights. But I guess it's official. Like, they're really gonna just close the Lloyd Center down, because I mean, there's really no stores in here anymore. And when I had talked to, I don't know how long it's been closed. I feel like, man, it's been probably about a couple of months since I've been here. So I guess that makes sense. But like, this Lloyd Center, like, yeah, it's completely empty. Dang. All right. Well, no more outlet here. I wonder what is still open. Yeah, they're gonna end up shutting that down. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do. Is Marshall still open? I don't think Marshall's is open. I think Ross has closed out of here. Everything. So that sucks. But I guess I didn't really need to buy any books. I could no. I was like, oh, I could go to the Cascade Station one, but I don't need to buy anything. It's fine. If anything, I need to look on Pango. So I did, while I was driving, I did pass this place that like had bagels, and I kind of want a bagel. That sounds good. So maybe I'll try and find that place again. And I think there is a bookstore on this street. But yeah, you guys, if you live in Portland, I don't know how many of my book boos who watch these videos or these FaceTime calls live in Portland or Washington. But yeah, I guess, I mean, you probably already knew before I did, but like, yeah, the Lloyd Center, I mean, I already knew that it was a done deal. But I really thought that Barnes would probably last a little bit longer, because it was always full still. But I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna see how to get back onto Broadway, because it's a one-way street. Actually, let me turn here and see if I can get to this. Oh, I guess I could have parked there. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just find a spot and just park and walk. But what are you looking at, sir? What you looking at? Ow, what's your phone number? Bonk, bonk, chicken, chicken, bonk, bonk, chicken here. Yeah, I kind of want a bagel now. I don't even know where that place is. Did I pass it? That might be it. Okay, let me see if I can find the spot. But yeah, aw, the end of an era. The end of... I should just taken that spot and walked, because I'm probably not gonna find another spot. Yeah, the end of an era. That sucks. What a life, you know. I feel bad. Oh, I thought she was crossing. Oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. I know exactly what I'll do. Oh, it keeps... See, I gotta figure out why this thing keeps like falling like that. Dang. No more Barnes and Noble's outlet. I wonder what if they like allowed people. So much stuff is like closing, y'all. It's kind of creepy. Actually, no, this is about that time. As a millennial, you've seen this before. But anyway, just sucks. I thought that store would last fairly longer, but alrighty, let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this bagel place, because that sounds good, like a cream cheese bagel, and I can eat that on the way home. And Jiffy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really hung out in this area, so it'll be interesting. All right, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Okay, y'all, I'm back in the car. It started getting busy in Spillman's. So this is my first time going to Spillman's. I did get a breakfast bagel, and this one's called the bacon jam. So bacon, strawberry jam. I believe it has arugula, chives, and I got it on the salted herb, I believe, bagel. That was a recommendation by the worker there. I was gonna get it on jalapeno and cheddar, but they had never had it on jalapeno and cheddar, but they have had it on the salted one, and so they were like, you know, it just kind of adds to the flavor, but they said it probably is really good, right? So I ended up getting a jalapeno cheddar bagel for later, just a regular bagel. But yeah, I'm gonna start heading home. I'll take a first bite in a minute, trying to see how. Okay, 24-minute drive. Let's try this real quick. I had something else on it. I forgot what it was called, but ooh. So looks like that. Let me see if you can see it. I don't know what the screen looks like. There we go. Bacon, jam. Looks really good, actually. Let me see. There's some type of cream cheese, duh, but I can't remember what they said, what it was, but that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna head home, finish my sandwich, listen to Holy Terrors, finish my second coffee. I'm gonna need some water when I get home. That's good. I'm kind of glad I didn't get it on. I'm kind of glad I didn't get it on jalapeno cheddar. Something about this garlic herb with the rosemary is good. It's good. Okay, y'all. This is not the best lighting, but let's see. I don't even know how much that helped, but I completely almost forgot. There we go. I completely almost forgot that I was supposed to be going to my friend Anthony's tonight. So I'm gonna pack a bag, throw some things, and make sure Princess is in. I'm glad I looked at my schedule up there. But I was gonna show you one of the pastries that I got from the bakery. I don't know if I had told you I went, but this is La Crue de Cream or something like that. I forgot, but it's supposed to be a bigger version of their croquettes, and it has cream in it. So I have a little piece of that. Like I said, while I get some stuff together for tonight. Completely forgot. We're gonna max and relax, and we're just gonna chill, and I might fall asleep there. So I'm gonna make sure Princess is in. And do I have any rovers tomorrow? 13. Okay, so no, I don't have to worry about any rovers tomorrow. So that works out perfectly. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat. I'm watching Kayla's Bookish Vibe right now. If you can see, yeah, I'm watching her. So she's got a new vlog out. And then I saw that Keith Lee is on Kiki Palmer's show. So I want to watch that later too. So I'll watch a little bit of that. Like I said, throw some clothes together. Max and relax. I might go do my rover walks actually earlier so I can be ready. And that's about it. Alrighty. Okay, y'all, I'm back in the car. It started getting busy in Spillman's. So this is my first time going to Spillman's. I did get a breakfast bagel, and this one's called the bacon jam. So bacon, strawberry jam. I believe it has arugula, chives, and I got it on the salted herb, I believe, bagel. That was a recommendation by the worker there. I was gonna get it on jalapeno and cheddar, but they had never had it on jalapeno and cheddar, but they have had it on the salted one, and so they were like, you know, it just kind of adds to the flavor, but they said it probably is really good, right? So I ended up getting a jalapeno cheddar bagel for later, just a regular bagel. But yeah, I'm gonna start heading home. I'll take a first bite in a minute, trying to see how. Okay, 24-minute drive.
let's try these real quick. It had something else on it. I forgot what it was called, but ooh. So, looks like that. Let me see if you can see it. I don't know what the screen looks like. There we go. Bacon, the jam. Looks really good, actually. Let me see. Mmm. Mmm. There's some type of cream cheese, duh, but I can't remember what they said, what it was, but that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna head home, finish my sandwich, listen to Holy Terrors, finish my second coffee. I'm gonna need some water when I get home. That's good. I'm kind of glad I didn't get it on. I'm kind of glad I didn't get it on jalapeno cheddar. Something about this garlic herb with the rosemary is good. It's good. Okay, y'all. This is not the best lighting, but let's see. I don't even know how much that helped, but I completely almost forgot. There we go. I completely almost forgot that I was supposed to be going to my friend Anthony's tonight. So I'm gonna pack a bag, throw some things, and make sure Princess is in. I'm glad I looked at my like schedule up there. But I was gonna show you one of the pastries that I got from the bakery. I don't know if I had told you I went, but this is La Crue de Cream or something like that. I forgot, but it's supposed to be a bigger version of their croquettes, and it has cream in it. So I have a little piece of that. Like I said, while I get some stuff together for tonight. Completely forgot. We're gonna max and relax, and we're just gonna chill, and I might fall asleep there. So I'm gonna make sure Princess is in. And do I have any rovers tomorrow? 13. Okay, so no, I don't have to worry about any rovers tomorrow. So that works out perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat. I'm watching Kayla's Bookish vibe right now. You can see, yeah, I'm watching her. So she's got a new vlog out, and then I saw that Keith Lee is on Keke Palmer's show, so I want to watch that later too. So I watch a little bit of that. Like I said, throw some clothes together, max and relax. I might go do my rover walks actually earlier so I can be ready, and that's about it. Alrighty.